he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the Think Tank. There is not one time that I do not dance to that intro. It just picks me up every time. Absolutely. So how are you guys doing, James and Mexi? How are you guys doing today? It's a nice day here, actually. It's a little bit overcast, 19°C, so I should probably at one point do some more yard work. So today we're going to talk about Rachel Morin. There's not a hell of a lot out there on her case right now. She was attacked out for a jog. I don't believe she was reported. She was reported missing about 11 o'clock that night, I do believe, and found the following day in a tunnel. X-Filed music intro tonight. Oh, hey. I am looking forward to that. It's like, give me a jetpack. If those guys can have a jetpack, I can have a jetpack. Hey, Dandy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that stream. There's some good stuff happening tonight with that. Mexi's always fun, and I can just see, I mean, it is a tragedy. Absolutely. People are getting hurt. But what about these jetpacks? What about these aliens? Come on, I need to know more. So yeah, we're going to talk about, on this live, we're going to talk about Rachel Morin. So while we're visiting, I'm going to, is that all I've got from them? Yes. I'm going to set this up while we're saying hello, grabbing coffee, grabbing THC, whatever it is that makes you, puts you in your happy spot, right? Well, I'm gonna say some things no, there's no no's as far as that goes, as things that you want to do to make you happy. Yeah, I guess there's limits. Let's see here. Okay, we got that one. Where are they? So what are you guys thinking about Lil Tay? What the hell is going on with that? They're saying that, in her case, they're saying that there is no investigation. Nobody found deceased by her given name. It's like, what the hell? Okay, do I have it finally? I did. It's just something else. So it does sound like, I'm sorry guys, a little, is this what I want next? Oh, yes. It does sound very, very suspicious. I mean, literally, there's no trace of anything that would prove that she is still not around. So her brother possibly spoke out, but that can't be proven either. There is some people saying that, this was a really bad hoax. So I think it was the guy who found her calling it early. Okay. Unreal. So, friends, find her. Fear grows as teacher. So that's not when we want this stream, is it? This case is another one, actually. Not too far from where Rachel was attacked. But I'll hold off on that one. And there, boom. I think it was the guy that found her. So, exclusive. Missing Rachel Morin was bare and looked like she had possibly been smashed with a rock in the facial area when local Michael, okay, here we go, Gabraziski found her remains on a Maryland Ma and Pa trail. So it does sound like she was there quite often. This was a regular route she would take, and her physical shape, health was very important to her. So let's see what we got here. 37-year-old mother of 5, that is so heartbreaking, was found on a Maryland hiking trail over the weekend and was beaten and left unclothed by her deleter. Rachel Morin's remains were discovered in a drain in a tunnel in the scenic Ma and Pa Heritage Trail in Bel Air, Maryland, after being reported missing on Saturday evening. Local man Michael G. had joined the search for the missing mom along with his stepdaughter Cecilia, who was friends with Morin and her friend Evan when they came across her on Sunday. In an interview with the Daily Mail, G said a Native American tracker. Oh, he says a Native American tracker. Isn't that something? Said the pair decided to check 2 drainage tunnels on the trail in Hartford County after noticing disturbances on the ground close to the track where the fitness buff had taken a walk. Okay, he's a tracker. I want those pants. What? A tracker, that's amazing. Beautiful girl, like really, my goodness, she modeled, started her own business. And these are those tunnels. Like, how disturbing is that? Cecilia was the first person to see her. He said she was hyperventilating really, really bad when the police told her to sit down. When she sat down, she realized she was sitting in a big pool of the red stuff. She was laying on her back, fully unclothed, and had a brutal head injury. It looked like it had been smashed in with a rock. There was a 5 to 20 foot red trail, so it looked as though it had happened and was happened one place and was dragged into that position. It looked like the deleter was trying to erase her identity, the 48-year-old added. The right side of the face was gone. Separate source close to the family had earlier told Daily Mail that the young mother had suffered serious trauma. The injuries were so horrific that we won't have an open casket at her funeral, the sources said. Are you kidding me right now?
Yes, Sheriff Gailey is trying to ask, are there any specific suspects at this time with regards to this one? No, and online, I'm aware that many people are pointing the finger at one specific person, the boyfriend who called this missing person case into us, what began as a missing person case. And right now, no one has been narrowed down to say this is a suspect in this
So that is what they're saying, is he's still a suspect. Absolutely nobody has been eliminated at this point.
investigation. So we are looking at the victim and working outward, working from those close to her outward, up to whether this was some kind of complete stranger. And we don't want until we can feel otherwise.
So what do you guys think? If she was attacked where they say she was attacked, well, oh my, right? That sounds very personal. That doesn't sound like a stranger to me personally. Straight rage. I agree, Maxie. Yeah. Red flags, red flags. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Unfreaking real.
We don't want our community to go with the assumption that, this is a targeted crime, there's no threat to the community, because we don't feel confident enough to put that out there and say that's the case.
And has Mr. Richard Tobin been interviewed by you as part of this investigation?
Certainly. He's who made the initial report of the...
So yeah, they're saying that the guy, Peter Tobin, the boyfriend, the new boyfriend, has already been interviewed. Do you know what makes me curious? What is the last boyfriend doing? What is the previous boyfriend doing? This guy, it sounds like they were just all lovey-dovey. And it really makes me wonder the possibility that an ex-boyfriend may have done this. To go at her face? That sounds so personal. Yeah, makes our spidey senses tingle. It's like, what?
Missing person that has now turned into a homicide investigation. Detectives have spoken to him as well as other family members and other people close to this, and many people who have come forward as a result of the vast social media attention this has received. Our investigators continue to do what is a mountain of work, sifting through a lot of evidence, a lot of interviews, and again, we want a timely.
I wonder if there was anyone on that trail when this happened, And do they have cameras? It's very nice, that area. The paths are beautiful. So do they have cameras to keep their joggers and they wear earbuds and they crank it and they run. And it's like, oh my God, I worry about that.
Want timely answers. We would like to bring a timely conclusion to this investigation, but not at the expense of rushing it. It has to go through a process, and we have to allow the investigators the time to work all those leads and again, hopefully bring us down to one suspect and charges.
Okay, and absolutely, and you said you've interviewed some of the family members. When did those interviews take place?
Shortly after, again, we began this as a missing person investigation. So some of the conversations happened early before the discovery here just off of the trail.
Can you imagine that poor woman who found her? I was thinking the same thing, James. I was thinking I want one of those. I was. That's funny because as soon as it started, it was like, I want that hat.
Of the victim and turned to a homicide investigation. And some of those interviews, the majority of those interviews have happened subsequent to the finding of Rachel here at the crime scene.
And you said you're obviously working out that this could be a random attack as well?
Right now, all possibilities are on the table. We're not willing to exclude some possibility, if you focus on one thing, because, and we're not going to. We're not going to look at what social media is saying and focus our efforts there because it seems apparent to anyone. We're going to work the evidence. We're going to work the investigation.
So it makes you wonder, do they have DNA? What do they actually have? to narrow this down. It looks so very well traveled. So again, did somebody hear her by chance? Did somebody see something? Like, as the saying goes, see something, say something. This is tragic. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman with 5 kids.
And see where that takes us. And right now it's the realm of possibility that it could have been a random attack here. And if that person's out there, we want to find that person and we want to bring them to justice as much as our community does.
And what's the message that you're sending out to local residents here? Obviously, you've been posting on Facebook appealing for more evidence. What's your general message to the public here in Bel Air?
Kind of twofold. Once you see the increased presence here, we have an increased presence along the hiking trail, a very safe place, you know, the town of Bel Air in general, our county, but this hiking trail.
So how scary is that? Like, I can appreciate that they're there and they're doing what they're doing, but it does, it freaks you out a little bit that they have to do something like this. So it does maybe answer my question about the cameras. And yeah, I guess you have to do what you have to do. Keep them safe. Keep everybody safe. I don't think that it was a big town that she was from. I thought Michael found her or just led searchers to the area. Wouldn't be the first deleter to find the body. No, exactly, friend. That's very, very common. It sounds like him and a friend of Rachel's. They went out on their own. And I guess allegedly Michael said to the friend, we should check those tunnels. I just have a feeling, right? So he went to one tunnel and her friend went to the other tunnel, sat down, and they found the crime scene. So yeah, it was Michael and I'll see if I can find the name again. But it was a friend of Rachel's. Yeah. They'll definitely be watching, right? They'll definitely be watching.
Which is part of the Parks and Rec system for county. We've increased our presence here. We want our citizens to know that we're out here and they are safe to use it. As safe as you are in anything else.
Okay, I'm just going to move it up here a little bit.
Call investigators and share that with us. Don't go online and post it. Find a bit of information that they think might be valuable in this case. Call investigators and share that with us. Don't go online and post it. You know, just furthering the conversation. All you do there is, you have a possibility of hurting the investigation.
You know, isn't that scary that people will literally do that? They'll find some information and they put it out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever else they may have before they ever talk to the police. And it's just like a scratch. Do you think people do that for clicks and likes? I sure as the hell hope not. I think it was Michael and his daughter who was a friend of Rachel's. Okay. And then another person, he went down there in another direction. Oh, my word. How many Indian trackers have Polish names? Bit confused. James. You always crack me up, friend.
Putting evidence out that maybe would be better served by the police having it. And it's also mindful of the family. You know, we have children who have lost their mom. We have parents who have lost their daughter. We have siblings who have lost their sister. And they, you know they're looking at this. And they're reading all this speculation. And, it's not, so much of it's not based in fact. And again, it's just not fair.
Yeah, And that's the thing. No, absolutely not fair to the family. And then you get the ones that are out there. I'm not going to mention any names, but they create their own stories and put them out. And that is horrible. The witness described seeing a 15 to 20 foot red stuffed trail near Morin's body and said it seemed like her head had, brutal. Brutal. Why is this doing this? Like, I'm all creepy crawly after that freaking thing crawled up my back. What the hell? Locals were seen participating in the community walk along with Ma and Pa Trail, Bel Air, on Tuesday amid the investigation. Are those two back there anywhere? I think you got it right, Maxie.
If you are type 2 and take metformin, well, check your feet and legs for these two things that I'm...
And just kind of be here for each other's support, show support. That was my intention, and I really appreciate everyone being here tonight. So let's kick this off, take a walk, and we live in a great county, and we'll continue to live in a great county. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. A spokesperson for Hartford County Sheriff's Office declined to comment on the nature of how Morin was deleted. Meanwhile, police have reached out to obtain footage from people who were on the trail over the weekend. Nice. So they just must not have trail cameras. Hartford County Sheriff's Office wrote in a statement yesterday, detectives are asking for your help. If you were on the Ma and Pa Trail on Saturday or near the trail or trailheads and took photos or videos, we are asking you if you would please share them with investigators. There could be something helpful in one of your photos that might bring us one more piece of the puzzle. Look what those traveling YouTubers did in the Gabby Petito case. I mean, literally anybody that was on that trail. And even if you don't recognize, send them in because it could be a clue that they're missing. They said they've already received 90 tips from concerned community members. And thank you for all of your support you have given. Officials at Hartford County Sheriff's Office in Bel Air, which is about 45 miles north of Baltimore, said they are still without any leads or possible suspects. Look close, look close. I think you'll find your dude. I don't think he did it. I don't think this guy did it. That's the boyfriend. It's just personally. Richard Tobin. The last name, though, hey? Good-looking couple. And they're not saying how she passed or what type of injuries. So there is, I think it's Michael, allegedly, that is letting a lot of this out. Okay, and this is just stuff that was basically talking about his criminal record again. So it sounds like he's been clean for something like 15 months, was it? That he's been clean? And his record isn't really worth going over because I don't think he's part of this. I sure hope not, Mexi. I really hope not. The fact that the media is picking it up, I think that just puts pressure on the cop shops, and they pretty much have to get pushed. My personal opinion. I don't want to see Delphi happen again. That is the thing, Dandy. It's the thing. It would be sweet if someone had trail cams up. And that, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, it's very public. People will go all hours. People who like exercise. That's not me. But people who like to exercise, they're all over that kind of crap. They're everywhere. And they really need some kind of protection. I like to go on all of the nature paths, all of those type of things. I don't jog. Could you see it? But I do like to hike around, and I like to climb. I like to mess around. It's beautiful out there, but I want it to be safe. Cops dropped the ball in Delphi. Something funny sure happened there, didn't it, James? Absolutely. And two beautiful girls, Abby and Libby, rest in peace. I do have them. I've got a video in my playlist. I got more than one video, but there is a playlist. They are close to my heart, and that family, oh my. The apartments have got to have footage of her coming onto that trail. Right? I agree. I agree. Yeah, hopefully they follow these tips. Rachel Morin's horrific deleting along Maryland walking trail shocks very safe community. Yeah, I don't think they've had anything like this happen. And if they did, it was like, it's just a quiet little, I think they said 10,000. It's not a big spot. Yeah. Hey, maybe a person can look in. See if he's got a criminal record. Michael. Right? I think that's very sus. You know what I mean? I think that's very sus. Just his whole demeanor. And, you know, I think big red flags when people like to interject themselves into these cases. I'd like to know how old the daughter was. So, very safe community. I know our little mountain community would be losing their poop. Let's see what we got.
Sherry has a good time all the time. That last my knee went and you know we're always laughing. Shake it. Oh my God!
Weekdays at noon on Fox 5.
Another top stories we're following for you this hour. The boyfriend of Rachel Morin, the mother of 5, who was believed to have been found dead on a Maryland hiking trail Sunday, insists he had nothing to do with her death. Richard Tobin took to Facebook to defend himself, saying he would never do anything to Rachel. Police say her death is being investigated as a homicide.
Yeah. So, a typical safe Maryland town northeast of Baltimore is desperate for answers after the mom of 5 was found deleted.
Fox 5's Tisha Lewis.
I say no. Found deleted off a popular walking trail on Sunday. She was reported missing by her boyfriend on at 11:20 that same evening, and they discovered her the following day in that culvert. It was more than obviously apparent to the police officers that our detectives who came up that this was not an accidental injury, somebody out exercising who's fallen down and sustained a fatal injury. Hartford County Sheriff Jeff Galler told Fox News in the description, this was not something that was self-inflicted. And then he said that otherwise, this has been a very, very safe area. He says that this was out of the norm, not just for Hartford County, but for Bel Air and the community surrounding the Ma and Pa Trail, which the sheriff said is very popular and used frequently by many. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got boardwalks. Her death was out of the norm. Morin herself frequently jogged along the Ma and Pa Trail, which begins behind some businesses with decent foot traffic, including a brewery, a Domino's, and condominiums. So let's hope that there's cameras that are facing that way. It then leads into a wooded area and through a neighborhood before it descends into more woods under the state highway, Guller explained. And on Saturday evening, the trail is still active with pedestrians, bikers. Morin passed by residents who saw her on the trail that evening before she disappeared. Gotta think she'd stand out. And again, they're asking for anybody who may have any kind of footage, cameras, photos, videos, whatever, that they'd really like them to contact the local police. So they say that there's currently 10 detectives in addition to supporting personnel from other agencies assigned to an investigation into the shocking deleting. As of Wednesday morning, authorities have not named any suspects or persons of interest. Guller is also shooting down rumors that are circulating on social media regarding the nature of Morin's deleting and speculation about suspects. There's a lot of talk online about Rachel's boyfriend, of course, the individual who reported missing to us. Conspiracy theories with people quoting his criminal history. And I can tell you that our investigators have spoken to him and they have spoken to many other people. The sheriff added that the investigators are starting by looking into the victim's inner circle, which I think is a great idea, and working their way out. I mean, I think this is how how they do it, isn't it? This is kind of what they do. Start with the closest people around them, and then gradually it extends out to, as far out as they can go. They want to know everybody that she knows or has met, and I mean, we're thinking that maybe Michael is a little bit sus, his behavior, which personally I think it's a little bit sus, but maybe he's just weird. I mean, I don't know, right? I'd like to know who her ex-boyfriend is, and then I'll go somewhere else. But that's kind of where my head's going, just due to how bad this was, allegedly. So as sheriff, I could alleviate some of the concerns here in our community by saying, hey, we have a solid suspect. But that would be good reassurance that this was not some random thing, but a targeted event. We do not have that confidence. And I keep saying that over and over again. We are looking at every possibility to focus on this one individual. May come at the expense of not looking for someone else. They're waiting for the autopsy. And her boyfriend, Richard Tobin, did speak out, said, yes, I've got a history. I'm clean. I'm this. And I loved her. So, I mean, they haven't arrested him. They haven't called him a suspect. So I'll just kind of keep him personally off to the side. I think I'll wait for my final decision. Whoa, James, isn't that something? Better luck next time, lads. Alibi, yep. I like all of that stuff. Number 1. Yeah, her phone records must give them an idea of her movements for a timeline. If Columbo turns up twice, you know you're in trouble. Damn straight. So yeah, gives his property restraining order like it just doesn't matter to me. So I'll just stop there. The sheriff's office is encouraging anyone with a tip that may be helpful for authorities to call 410-836-5430 or send the Hartford County Sheriff's Office a message through their Facebook page. Wow. No, not that. Just brutal. Wow. You know, the kids, the damn kids. And it's going to end up being, if it's not an obvious, it's going to be somebody who attacked her, in my opinion, for the way she looks. And if that ends up being the case, like, those people need to be deleted. Like, are you kidding me? Just, I'm wondering, right? Rachel Morin was found deleted on a popular Maryland hiking trail. Her sister says she did not go willingly. Just see if there's anything else in here that we might find. 107, a member of the public called 911 to report finding a woman's on the trail. They did have that press conference when we did we do a live or did I do a video? Probably a live. Evidence retrieved from the crime scene strongly pointed towards foul play. And there is also that GoFundMe page. I'll try and remember to put that into the description for you. And again, you know, Mr. Tobin took to Facebook to express his innocence. But you know what happens, guys. Like, I love Rachel. I'd never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve. Yes, I have a past. But I also have 15 months clean and have changed as a person. Please, he wrote. You know, he said his piece. Need to not, like, don't go after him. So she was described as 5'2", 107 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was wearing a blue or black tank top, black sports bra, spandex, shorts, and gray sneakers when she was last sighted. Did a predator get her? An unknown predator or a known predator? We know that he is the one that called in. We know that her car was found at the William Street trailhead. Just heartbreaking. Yeah, Bel Air, the county seat of Hartford County, is a town of about 10,000 residents, located 30 miles north of Baltimore, near the state border with Pennsylvania. The area has many hiking trails, and authorities warned hikers to be on high alert as they continued to investigate. Thankfully, we don't have too much violent crime in Hartford County, but when we have one, I prefer, when I can, stand here and tell you that the suspect has been arrested or that it was a targeted crime, but in this case, I cannot tell you that. And he is encouraging anyone in the area jogging not to wear headphones while out on the trail so they can be aware of their surroundings. That's always important. Like, you gotta have, if you're out in the bush, regardless if there's a pretty trail going through it or not, what are you gonna do if someone jumps out behind you? Like, you're done like dinner. And carry something. I don't know what's legal out here, like I said, it's bear spray. But don't put earplugs in and go running where predators can get at you. So if you see something that feels suspicious, take out your phone and call 911. Miss Morin was originally from Dover, New Hampshire, and was a long-term resident of Bel Air. She was also one of five siblings. So Rebecca, her sister, herself a mother of 7 children, revealed on a GoFundMe page that the family has been grieving the death of their niece Lilybeth to sudden infant death syndrome just a week earlier. That family has been dealing with so much tragedy. So Rebecca confirmed that her sister did not have life insurance and appealed for financial assistance to provide for the 5 surviving children. In an update, Rebecca asked for anyone with information to notify law enforcement to get justice for my sister, her children, her mother, and all her siblings. On social media, Rachel Morin posted touching photos with her sister, with her children, selfies at the gym, and spending time with her friends. Rachel was so unabashedly herself, witty and genuine, brilliant, daring, and headstrong. Her spirit would light up a room, and her smile was contagious. Her best friend Claudia Brown wrote on a Facebook post after her death, "Her faith was so strong." So Miss Brown wrote that Miss Morin had been divorced and was a fierce protector of her children and loved them. I wonder how long ago she was divorced. Miss Morin has worked as a model and appeared on a cover of Elle magazine and Hartford Community College's student publication, where her brother John Morin worked as a technical director. And in 2018, she showed photographs from that trip to New Zealand to visit John, who was working as a photographer in the town of Wakatane, I think, maybe. In that post in February, that page that said, "Risk can be dangerous, but routine can be deadly. Comfort has killed more dreams than daring ever did." There's that. East Coast Cleaners, she started up in 2019. Like, she was a go-getter, guys. She was a go-getter. What a shame. 5 kids left behind. Like, if that doesn't break a person's heart, oh my God. Hi, Danielle, I'm sorry. She was recently in a custody battle. You see, that's what really, really makes me wonder. Oh, is that right? Only a quarter mile from the parking lot. It just seems to me, friend, that whoever it was mad. That didn't seem like a stranger danger kind of thing. It seemed like she was degraded. She was stuffed in a culvert, like, or a tunnel. I don't know what you guys, the tunnel. What the hell? Why? Oh my goodness. It's just scary. And all they're really saying right now is that she was a victim of a violent homicide. We don't really know much more than that. That Michael has let that stuff out. But I'm going to dig on this husband a little bit. They haven't been giving out names, so she's now going by her maiden name, I'm thinking. Or is she? Yeah, person has to do some digging, because there's been no mention of any kind of father. Like, they've been very careful with that, and I'm not sure why. Wow. Wonder why she left. Increased more deputies on the trail, including some on foot. Nice. Bikes and in vehicles. Keep everyone safe. This has been, I can't even imagine this family. All the kids. Okay. 5 children, but supposedly 3 different fathers. All right. I'd be really curious, I think, about the last one. That's the one that's kind of, and I'd like to know how long ago. Do you have any idea, Daniel? I hope I'm saying, if you know me. Yeah. Drain tunnel. Yeah, because I seen that water. A drain tunnel. Again, how degrading is that? And unclothed. And the facial area damaged so badly. That just, I don't know. I'm going to see if we've got any more updates actually while we're sitting here, because okay, Morin, sheriff refutes searcher's claim on finding. What the hell is this? Okay, we're going to look at this, friends. I just looked at the title and what? Okay, let's check this out. Rachel Morin's deleting. Sheriff refutes searcher's claim on finding the body. The man who claimed he found Rachel Morin's body did not find the slain mother of 5 and has no first-hand knowledge of the crime. And it starts. What the hell? Okay, what do we think of this? Neat. Michael. Ooh, red flags. Red flags. Ooh. Let's see what this says. Hartford man who claims he found Rachel Morin's battered, deleted, did not find the mother of 5 and has no first-hand knowledge of the crime, Hartford County Sheriff says. Thursday afternoon, Michael G., who has been speaking to media outlets, did not find Rachel or witness her remains. He has no first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. Oh, what? What? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, let's get back. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, before I get into this, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share. Spidey senses. Let's get back into this, guys. Holy. I'm glad I checked. Woo! Morin's boyfriend reported her missing Saturday night after she did not return from an evening walk after a stretch of Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air. The trail runs throughout Hartford County. G said that he and his stepdaughter helped search for Morin. Authorities have not confirmed that. Morin's body was found in a drain tunnel not far from the trail's William Street entrance. He told WBFF Morin's remains showed the head trauma, and sheriff has not described the injuries Morin suffered. Remains showed head trauma. The sheriff has not the hell. left. Let's turn right. What the absolute hell? It's those damn spidey senses, James. Good on you, friend. Unreal. This is like, are you kidding me? So right at the trail. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, like what the hell? Just unreal. I'm gonna look into this. I'm just kind of updating something if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing back here. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna do this. This is blowing me away. Like so fast. I love it. Let's get him. Oh, wow. Okay. The Hartford County Sheriff's Office has not offered any details as to how Rachel was deleted so as to not compromise the case. The sheriff said during a recent news conference, shared her size, 5'2", 107 pounds, saying that is somebody's mother, somebody's daughter. She left 5 children behind. Oh, this is from Michael. So we know that Richard Tobin has been interviewed, and they have not called him a suspect as of yet. And they are asking still tips. We know that they are taking care of the trail. So it says here, as a husband and father of 2 daughters, I understand your fear. We have a heavy presence of deputies on foot, bike, and all-terrain vehicles. The Hartford Community Sheriff's Foundation stopped by with a $20,000 check to purchase a second off-road utility vehicle so we can have one at each end of the trail. Proactive patrols will continue in the future in an effort to keep everyone safe. And they're saying this was intentional. What? In a show of solidarity, dozens of Bel Air residents gathered Tuesday morning on the popular Ma and Pa Trail to send a message to Morin's deleter. Whoever did this, you tried to rob us. No, you're not doing that. Regina Brown told WBAL, I come here almost every single day and I walk in the morning. It's like Zen. It's a meditative experience. It's quiet, it's beautiful, and you're in touch with nature. Hartford County Councilwoman Jessica Boyle organized the walk for women to honor Morin's life. She called it the Women's Walk Along. What the hell? During an earlier news conference, Gaylor said Morin headed out on Old Emerton Road around 6 p.m. to go to the trail. Again, the GoFundMe. Okay, give me a second here. There we are. I was going to pop it in here for y'all. I think that'll get you there. Hope so. Yeah, she was found in that tunnel, is what Michael said, right? I like it when you whisper. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. What this family hasn't gone through. So they are saying it was my mistake. This has been corrected. Found by local law enforcement. Was not accidental. So we don't know. So did Michael just like give away the whole damn thing? Is that what Michael just did? Did he just put himself at the crime scene? Or was it all just bogus and bad? Just looking for his moment of fame or recognition or whatever the hell it is that make people do these asinine things. Like, are you kidding me? Holy. What do you guys think? This is like disturbing. I'm thinking if they have the resources, it sounds like they have. I have a feeling they may be able to. I mean, if they've probably swabbed Michael, right? There's been no mention of a lawyer or anything yet, as far as any of them go. I'm just double checking again. If there's anything. Man, oh yeah, what's this? Okay, I think we'll just check this out. I'll have to make a fair amount of stops because I don't want to get in caca, but I can do that. No, not looking for a great deal. At least I'm finding the stuff now is the what I'm looking at. Okay, so no, you can just go. Good job, buddy. So basically what the cops are saying is he's just feeding everybody a big pile of bull poo-poo.
On instinct.
I just kept saying,
I'll back this up.
I had never walked it myself.
For Michael Gabrzeski,
I told my stepdaughter, I said, look, it's not going to be laying out in the open.
The Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air,
Yeah, I did.
uncharted territory.
I said, she's going to be tucked away somewhere.
But the former National Park search and rescue officer has extensive experience
Sure
tracking
did.
down missing people.
So basically, it's my passion to bring closure.
And I mean, based on what law enforcement is saying, he's sitting here feeding everybody like a great big stream of BS, like verbal diarrhea.
To that family by bringing her back and not having them wonder what happened.
Following reports, 37-year-old Rachel Morin left for a walk and never returned. Gabrzeski and his stepdaughter taking off on a search rooted on instinct.
I just kept seeing tunnels in my mind. I don't know why, but I just kept seeing tunnels.
Despite law enforcement swarming the area for almost a full day,
So, Michael, got an alibi by chance, buddy?
Zeski's stepdaughter locating the body in about an hour. The deadly discovery.
Once we got down there and I started seeing them tunnels, I started getting goosebumps.
Made in a tunnel drain not far from the trail's main entrance.
I saw a terrible mess.
Zeski's visions meeting the reality of a gruesome scene.
There's not going to be an open casket, I can guarantee you that.
He says Morin's body.
So, what do you do with a guy like this? Does he get things like, do you get fined? Do you get arrested? Is there anything that is done if this guy has done what it sounds like? Like if he's just made this crap up, I don't know. Like, what the hell? I don't know. I don't know if they can get in trouble or not. But it's like, if this is the case, how unethical, how deranged thinking is that?
Found in a
Unless there's his DNA.
pool of blood, suffering severe head trauma, an injury he believes could be the result of a rock.
My daughter said that there was a big rock down there that was all caked in blood.
I understand many of you want answers, and we do too.
The latest update from the Harford County Sheriff's Department declining to mention how Morin died and not yet naming a suspect. This as Morin's boyfriend quickly taking to social media, proclaiming his innocence. Richard Tobin writing, quote, "I love Rachel. I would never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve."
I mean, it could have been his way of...
This is just demented, is maybe what the word is. Demented.
grieving. But
allegedly.
It's not about you. It's about her. It's about bringing her home. And somebody's mother, somebody's daughter. She left behind 5 children.
Whoever the killer is, Zeski convinced it's someone with close ties to the victim.
Because it's too personal. If somebody were just to do a thrill kill, it wouldn't be as brutal.
How does he know that?
We witnessed.
Rebecca.
How would he know that? I mean, okay, there is we know different things from studying, and I mean, this is our job basically. So we know what could happen, but I don't know if he didn't, how is he getting this description of everything that allegedly happened? Like, are you kidding me already? Oh, like if, yeah. Unreal. Like things like this. Slain mom, Morin, was found unclothed, and I'm not going to say this because I don't want to get in trouble, but how does, if this is actually the case, if this has happened to her, uh-oh, buddy, Michael, you have some explaining to do. She's beautiful. Oh, you guys, this drives me nuts with these guys. Yeah, brutal. Morin was laying on her back, fully unclothed, and she had brutal noggin problems. I don't know. It looked like her head had been smashed in with a rock. Oh, am I going to get in trouble for that? I don't know. God almighty. So it says Michael said to the Daily Mail of the harrowing moment that his stepdaughter Cecilia found her 37-year-old friend in the drain tunnel. It looked like the deleter was trying to erase her identity. Are you freaking kidding me now? Did he just make this shit up or what? Says he's a Native American tracker and that he, Cecilia, and her friend Evan were looking for Morin near the trail's drainage tunnel after noticing disturbances on the ground. Cecilia was the first person to see the body. She was hyperventilating really, really bad. And the police and then the police told her to sit down, he recalled. What? When we sat down, she realized she was sitting in a big pool of the red stuff. I hope they prosecute the perpetrator to the fullest extent of the law. Well, the police have yet to confirm Morin's official COD. The local sheriff previously said the incident was clearly not an accident. We're not going to watch this. We've seen it a few times. No suspects have been publicly identified. Wow. Rest in peace, young lady. Just beautiful. Oh, just a week after her 4-month-old niece, Lilybeth, passed away of SIDS. So, yeah, that family is, they're going through it. If he didn't find her, how would he guarantee that? Sus as H-E double hockey sticks. Right? Hell, man. I tell you what. So that's all I've seen. With that said, I will double check and make sure there's like absolutely nothing else about him talking. And oh my goodness. Yeah, these ones now are 1 day, 2 days. I don't have anything. I've showed anything that's even yesterday, today and yesterday. There is the other videos out there that I've done. I did start a playlist. Wow. So yeah. I hope whoever it is that did this, I hope they I don't know, another place for DP. I don't know if they have that or not, but you can't be doing shit like this. Oh my God, guys. So tonight at, what do we pick? 5:30? Let me double check my times. We're doing another live, Mexi and I. And it's about the aliens in Peru. It's at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So the title, Aliens in Peru, Diamond Mines, Jetpacks, and Green Goblins. And believe it or not, this is basically a case. There's some bad things happening out there. There's some really bad things happening out there. So that'll be Mexi and I. And at the same time, I got to think that jetpacks, come on now. Yeah, absolutely. So guys, thanks again. That's what I have. It was great seeing y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you. See you guys in the next one. Bye.